So you've poured your heart and soul into writing a book. It's done. But now comes the hard part, right? How do you actually get people to read it? Well, today, we're going to break down a really powerful 10-point strategy that gives you a clear, actionable plan to market your work. If you're an author, you're going to want to stick around for this.
I mean, this is it. This is the question that keeps so many writers up at night. You finished the manuscript, you survived all the edits, and you're finally holding your book. And then, this giant, scary question mark just hangs over your head. Now what? It's honestly the biggest hurdle for most authors.
But here's the good news. There is a plan. A really solid 10-point plan. Now don't get overwhelmed. We're not just going to throw a random list at you. We're going to structure this whole thing into 4 manageable, strategic phases that build on each other. So let's dive into the first one.
Okay, first things first, the foundation. This is all about building the stuff that you own and you control. Think of it like you're building your very own little media empire. This is your content engine, and it's what's going to establish you as an authority in your space for the long haul. So what's the key here? It's how these 3 steps work together like a well-oiled machine. Your weekly podcast, that's the heart of your content engine. It's where you have your deepest conversations. Then you pull out short, shareable video clips from that podcast. And finally, you pick one social media channel and you focus on using it to share those clips and pull people back to your main content. It's a really smart, interconnected system.
Now, let's look at the specifics, because this is where the magic is. For your podcast, the advice is to feature people you really want to honor. See, it's not just about getting interviews, it's about building genuine relationships. Your videos got to be short, sweet, but packed with value. Post them everywhere, YouTube, Rumble, you name it. And for social media, please, don't try to be everywhere at once. Just pick one network like Instagram and get really, really good at it.
Okay, so once your own content engine is humming along, it's time for phase 2, the expansion. You've got your own valuable stuff now, so the strategy shifts a little bit. It's time to go out there and start tapping into other people's audiences. Let's see how we do that.
This is all about leveraging platforms that other people have already built. Go be a guest on other podcasts. There are even tools like listennotes.com that'll help you find the right ones. You should also be speaking at events, both online and in person. And here's a key insight from our source material. While online stuff is great, there is nothing, absolutely nothing, that beats a live, in-person speech for making a real connection.
The plan also has this really cool 2-sided strategy for summits. You can host your own, or you can be a guest at someone else's. If you host, you're in the driver's seat. You control the whole conversation and you build your brand as a leader. But being a guest, that's a fantastic shortcut to a built-in audience without all the logistical headaches. Which one's right for you? Just depends on where you're at right now.
All right, on to phase 3. And listen, this one is absolutely critical. It's called the connection. We've talked about building your platform and borrowing other people's, but this is about owning the relationship with your biggest fans. It's about creating a direct line to them that no algorithm or social media platform can ever mess with.
This quote just says it all, doesn't it? Think about it. Social media is basically rented land. Your website could get buried by Google. But your email list? That is your direct, unfiltered line to the people who actually want to hear from you. It is by far the most valuable and bulletproof asset you can build as an author.
And the instruction for how to use this direct line is so beautifully simple. 1 email every single week, no matter what. But look at the style. Short, packed with value, content-rich, and inspirational. You're not just trying to sell them something all the time. You're serving them consistently.
And that brings us to the final, and maybe the most ambitious phase of the plan, the amplifier. Okay, so once you've got your foundation built, your expansion strategy is working, and you have that direct connection, you are ready to pitch the major leagues. This is how you take your message and scale it up, big time.
Getting attention from major media isn't about getting lucky with one great pitch. Nope, it's about persistent professional effort. And as this timeline shows, the plan is to send a new idea, a new proposal to your target outlets at least every 2 weeks. This steady drumbeat shows them you're serious, you're creative, and you're not going away.
Now, the rules for this final phase are all about focus and relevance. The advice is to pick just one national TV show and one major magazine to start with. But here's the kicker. Your ideas have to be newsworthy. You have to connect what your book is about to what people are already talking about right now. Link your expertise to current events. That is what makes a producer's ears perk up.
So let's just pull back and look at the whole picture. This table sums it up perfectly. You've got 10 individual tactics, but they all funnel into these 4 core strategies. You build your foundation with your own content. You get expansion by leveraging other platforms. You forge that critical connection with your weekly email. And finally, you become the amplifier by pitching the big leagues. It's a complete, integrated system where every part supports the others.
And that brings us to the end. This 10-point plan is so much more than a to-do list. It's a blueprint for building a career. And looking at this whole system, the question you should be asking yourself isn't, how can I possibly do all of this at once? It's much simpler than that. The real question is, what is the very first brick you're going to lay for your author platform starting today?